Investigators trying to make sense of this horrible, horrible act that, again, may have been streamed on social media. There are reports of that. We haven't confirmed it. You guys were just talking about the manifesto where this man may have described himself as a white supremacist. I'm being told that we now have the soundbite from one of the many witnesses who you see right there. Let's listen to what this person saw.
He took the machine gun with the strap and put it to his chin, and I was hoping that he'll shoot himself, and he didn't. He put the gun down on the strap, and then he took the gun, he put it down. He did put something on his feet. He took his vest off, and then he got on his hands and knees and got on his back, and then they arrested him.
Do you believe that this was a targeted attack?
I have no idea, because no, it couldn't have been, because when I first saw him shooting, he shot a woman, he shot a deacon, he shot another woman, and then he went in the store and started shooting again. So I don't know who he was shooting at, because he shot at least eight people. And he was doing this when I seen him, because you can see inside the store. And so I saw him doing this, and I'm like, I don't got a phone on me. So I'm like, I'm screaming, somebody called the police. Who is the deacon? He's a guy, Teeny. He's a jitney. He's a good guy. He don't drink, he don't smoke, he don't curse, he don't swear. He's against violence, and he gets shot by a gun. It's just ridiculous. He does jitney. He takes people home, older people. He works at the Sneaker Town, and he belongs to State Tabernacle Church.
How scary is this for you to see this happening in a place that you live, you know people here? I put that into perspective for me.
Well, being that next Thursday I'm gonna be 51, and that's the only place where you can sit down. I was gonna drink my juice, and I was about to sit down, but something told me to go on about my business, and I'm glad I did. And I sat right there, and then 2 minutes later I hear gunshots. So I would have been standing right there at Tops, and who knows what would have happened. So I'm glad I left. So you can't feel safe in your own neighborhood. People come over here with army suits on shooting people. This is ridiculous.
That man just talking about the factor of chance here, that he could have been one of those people who were shot just going to the grocery store to get food.
As simple as that sounds, just going to the grocery store to get food. Appreciate the family that's already checked in. We know the group will be small, but that don't mean nothing. The message is always going to be the message. I'm a freedman. I'm going to bring it from a freedman's perspective. And I appreciate everybody that has actually spoke on this, because we've got a lot of mainstream blackened broadcasters who have not. And it's unfortunate, but we know they're bought and paid for, and they can only speak on what massa allows them to speak on. So shout out to all the content creators on social media. Shout out to all independent content creators who don't have to go through social media, who have spoke on this. I wanted to play that clip basically to show how they get out in front of things and start trying to change the narrative instantly. Like literally, he was one of the first people interviewed, and they've now chopped his interview up, because at the beginning of the interview, if you heard him, he says he put the gun under his chin, and I was hoping he was going to shoot himself. They've already chopped that up. They don't want that to be out. I mean, and that was about as strong as the brother was. I'm going to give him some credit for standing up and standing out, but I can't give him credit for some of the things that he said, because he was a little bit naive, a little bit ignorant, and some way a little bit cowardice. You know, to have been that close, to have seen people who were put in danger and eventually shot and killed, and he chose to go sit and do nothing But then when the cameras turned on, he chose to get up in front of them. That's cowardice to me. And I'm not saying, and I'm not telling anybody to ever go stand in the line of fire, but he could have even served as a distraction to the race soldier who was there solely looking for black people. And I know that they have turned this into a multiracial hate crime because they said he was an anti-Semite, and I haven't heard of one Jewish person being killed. If there has been, and I thought all accounted for were black, but if there has been, if there was somebody there that had a yarmulke on and they were killed, please let me know. I don't want to speak ignorantly, but it says that he was an anti-Semite. And what I saw on the barrel of the gun, I didn't see any anti-Semitism. I saw nigger. And if anybody has seen a picture of the gun, you've seen where it said nigger on the barrel too. That's who he was aiming for. That's what he wrote on the gun. And it said nigger. It didn't say anything about Jews. Appreciate you, brother Aaron. Sister Shanna already up in here. I appreciate you checking me out. Looks like on the YouTube platform. Anybody that checks me out, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you're seeing it at tonight. I won't be on Twitch. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to disengage every motherfucking Twitch account that I got, seeing that they allowed that race soldier to go live on Twitch in his murderous rant. I can't even believe that they allowed him to have the account, knowing the things that I know now. He had to have said some greasy shit before yesterday, and they allowed him to have a full account, then went live and broadcasted it on their platform. So kiss my ass, Twitch. Kiss my ass, Jeff Bezos, because Amazon owns Twitch. 2 whites and 10 black skilled. Okay, so I stand corrected. So 12 people altogether killed? I thought it was just 10 killed. So there were 12 killed. So I haven't heard the new update then. Or was it 8 and 2? I'm not really sure. Right now, the numbers don't even matter. The fact that one person was killed. The fact that one person was injured by this little piece of shit from Conklin, New York. He drove 200 miles to brutalize and murder black people who were minding their own business. But aren't we always? We're always minding our own business. We ain't never doing shit to nobody, and then they run up and do the shit that they do to us. And I'm sorry, I've heard the little weak-ass responses from POTUS and from the VP. I've heard them. Unfortunately, I still haven't heard anything from POTUS on his state. And we're going to talk a little bit about Delaware State University. Now, he says he's from Scranton, Pennsylvania, but Delaware is now his home state. That's where he got elected out of. And Delaware State University is within that state, a historical black college. Those black women traveling from Georgia back to Delaware who were brutalized, who were sexually assaulted by those deputies. And I know that there was no physicality with it, but when you go through a young woman's luggage and you running your hands all through her undergarments, talking shit about drugs while you rub your hands all over her bras and her panties, that is sexual assault. They're not going to call it that. They're not going to call it anything. Ain't nobody saying nothing. They saying it was a lawful stop. It was a lawful stop. They were looking for drugs, even though they only pulled the bus driver over for a civil traffic violation. The girl shouldn't have been a part of his traffic stop at all. But everybody had to open up their luggage. They had to open up their purses. Hell, they had to open up their legs for as far as I'm concerned. We are behind enemy lines here in our own country. And if black folks don't realize this, y'all need to just stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. That vote blue no matter who, this is where they got you. They not even paying attention to the Delaware State University thing. And look at what the Buffalo shooting is getting. It's getting more coverage for the shooter than the people who've been murdered. Just like Dylan Roof got more coverage than those parishioners in South Carolina. Just like George Zimmerman got more coverage than Trayvon Martin. The killers always get the shine. And that person that they interviewed at the beginning of the clip, and you could hear him, he knew one of the people. I don't know why he put that man's business out there, not that it matters anymore, but he was talking about how he was a deacon in the church. I didn't mind that. I minded that he said he was a jitney. I didn't like the fact that he said he was a jitney. And if anybody knows what a jitney is, you don't want to tell nobody that somebody is a jitney, because that man is for the people. He's for the people. And let's just say he had lived, he couldn't be a jitney no more, because then they'd pull him over for being an illegal taxi cab driver. But all he was doing, trying to help his folks. He's a jitney. He's a deacon. That's what a real deacon of a church is. A real deacon of a church is a jitney. Absolutely, Brother Aaron. A black college lacrosse team, women's lacrosse team, pulled over because of a traffic violation, so they said, that the driver committed, but they were all forced to open up their luggage and their purses and their duffel bags and their dignity. And I haven't heard Joe Biden say shit about it. You know, I haven't heard Kamala Harris say shit about it. I haven't heard Jen Psaki say shit about it. I haven't heard Corinne Jean-Pierre say anything about it. Why? Because they don't care. We are behind enemy lines in our own country. And this is nuts. I've heard so many different casters go so many different ways with this. And one of the things that I thought about, I started looking at the demographics in the area that I'm in. I'm in Michigan, and I'm in an area which is basically 75 to 80% non-black. And then you break us up somewhere in that 20% area, and then they start bringing in all the other people of color. But there's certain areas that are more densely populated with black folks. I mean, in the nearest town to me that would be Inkster, Michigan. That would actually be before you get to Detroit. And Inkster, Michigan is about 70% black. 70% black. That could happen in Inkster. And although I know and I've seen it, you know, pray for Buffalo, pray for Buffalo, pray for Buffalo. I can't pray for Buffalo tonight. I got to prep for Inkster. I got to prep for Inkster because that could happen in Inkster just like it happened in East Buffalo. Hell, he went through West Buffalo before he got to East Buffalo. He didn't stop. He knew exactly where he was going. Premeditated. 10 counts of murder. I don't know if New York has a death penalty or not, but he deserves a firing squad at 18. And then they started in talking about, oh, could mental illness be a part of this? Motherfucker, absolutely mental illness is a part of it. But he was sane enough to get that gun, to get that body armor, to drive from Conklin, New York to East Buffalo. He's sane as a motherfucker. Don't start talking about mental illness now, Cletus. Of course, mental illness was a part of it, but he was not insane. Now, he can get in there and get the Kurt going crazy now and coloring his hair and not washing his body. He can get in there doing all that shit if he wants to now. But they got his manifesto. And he was detailed in his shit as to what he was going to do, who he was looking for, and even made a forward apology in case he didn't hit all of his targets. He apologized if he made some mistakes on his murderous journey. You can't tell me they can't use that against him right now. They arraigned him the first day. His trial should be Wednesday. They arraigned him the same day he killed 10 people. I bet you we probably wait about 2 years before he go to trial. Why? We know he did it. They saw him put the gun down. But they're going to draw it all out. And before you know it, and they've already said he had threatened to shoot up a school, they're going to scrub his social media, they're going to scrub his background, and they're going to turn him into a half-ass citizen. They're already trying to keep that teen thing up there. The 18-year-old teen, the teen. No. He's a grown-ass man charged with adult crimes. Send his ass. So 10 killed, there were more shot. Wow. It was said that he was live for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I've had my streams shut down in 7 minutes. I've had my streams shut down in 7 minutes for saying some shit they didn't like. He was live 20 minutes, killing folks. How is that possible? Because he white and they say so. Jeff Bezos says so. I didn't know he owned Amazon, owned Twitch. I'm like, what doesn't this motherfucker own? Really? Really? They making a big deal about Elon Musk talking about buying Twitter, and I guess he didn't buy Twitter. Now it turns out he didn't buy Twitter. Now they say he's mulling it over. What the fuck? Not that I really give a fuck. I couldn't care less whether he buys Twitter or not. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter to me whether he buys Twitter. But what matters most to me, if he's going to buy Twitter, that he leaves everybody the fuck alone, and then maybe these other platforms will leave everybody the fuck alone. Because right now they just targeting black folks anyway. Black folks can't even talk shit to each other. They chopping us down from talking shit to each other. It ain't even talking against anything else. They don't want us to talk to each other anymore. So that's what's crazy to me. It used to be they left us alone if it was just us talking to each other. Now they coming for us if we talking to each other. They trying to close us in. And then they shut us down. That's why I love these Twitter spaces. I was in a Twitter space last night, and it was one of the most exhilarating Twitter spaces I've been in. I actually got up and spoke in it. Shout out to Angela Nirvana, the reparationist perspective. She went crazy, went nuts. On fire. I might even let y'all listen to some of it because I recorded some of it. She was nuts last night. And everybody was asking who she was. I had to butt in and tell them who she was. Because I met her when we was going through the other situation, dealing with them other folks with the hashtag. I met her then. But now we on the right path. Now we categorize properly. We got rid of the hashtag and we going with our legal classification, which is freedmen. I know some of y'all still stuck on African American. Hell, some of y'all still stuck on colored. Some of y'all Negroes. But we not. We freedmen. We know we freedmen. We politically classified as freedmen. We are not politically classified as African American. And we sure the fuck ain't politically classified as hashtags. Going again without a camera tonight, I might come up a little bit, but y'all really don't need to see me. I just need to make sure my sound is right. As long as the sound is right, y'all don't really need to see me. Y'all know how good I look anyway. Wait a minute. What's going on here? There we go. Sorry, I came up on Facebook and I didn't realize there's a whole chat going on Facebook. So maybe I need to pull up my feed on Facebook because I don't have that up. Okay, let's go there. I did not. So there's a whole chat going on Facebook. I appreciate y'all over on the book. You know, I don't expect a lot of viewers anytime because I know the shit I talk about, it ain't real popular and shit. I realize, if I had some people twerking over here and doing all kind of dumb shit, I could have all kinds of motherfucking viewers. Goofy shit. I could do some goofy shit over here and y'all be enthralled. But I ain't talking about no popular shit. So I'm not expecting to get hundreds to thousands of viewers. But the people who do listen, they in the streets anyway. So I'm good with it. They in the streets anyway. And I let them know before I go live, just so they know, because I know they'll push the message further. I can only push it. So, I mean, I'm going to push it out, but I can only push it so far. It's the people who hear the message. So it ain't no point in me buying a whole bunch of subscribers like the way some of these YouTube content creators do. IG, YouTube. I know y'all be buying y'all shit. I get it. I get offers to do the same shit all the time, but I'm not buying a motherfucker because I can't be bought. How the fuck I look with 100,000 motherfucking subscribers that I bought with 12 people in the box? That's some dumbass shit. That's some clown shit. That's some goofy shit. But that's what niggas doing out here. Oh, and a few of y'all white niggas doing it too, because y'all want the clout too. Y'all clout chasing too. Y'all know I don't discriminate with the nigga word. Yeah, melanin ain't got shit to do with nigga. Melanin ain't got a goddamn thing to do with nigga. Okay? Y'all tried to make it have a goddamn thing, but no, it ain't got nothing to do with nigga. But I appreciate anybody that's going to tune in, because that means you know where to come for the information. I put it in my motherfucking description. Y'all done heard everybody else talk on these things. Now you about to hear it Freedmen Media style. When they got that brother up in front of the camera and they wanted him to basically narrate what he saw, like I said, I commended him for standing up and talking the truth, but then some things just don't need to be said. And it wasn't just about that he disclosed that brother was a jitney. He disclosed his ignorance, because when they asked him, did they think it was a targeted shooting? He says, I don't think so. Well, what the fuck do you think it was? Now, I know they say he hit some people that weren't black, but that's because Peyton was a bad shot. Peyton was aiming for Negroes. All that anti-Semite shit came out of his manifesto. That if you heard the clip at the beginning, he said there may be a manifesto. Motherfucker, they knew there was a manifesto. He may have streamed it online. You knew he had streamed it online. See, they want to turn those narratives. They want to get as far away from knowing what they know as they can, even though it's all going to come out in the end. It's all going to come out in the end. He knew goddamn well that thing had been streamed on Twitch. He knew there had been a manifesto. And I ain't never seen murder suspects that are black arrested the way they arrested young Peyton. I mean, they allowed him to put all of his shit down on the ground and get down on the ground and everything. No attacking. They didn't come in with full armor and shields. Nothing. They treated him with the utmost respect, which lets me know race soldiers amongst them. Because he should have had motherfuckers pouncing on his ass. You don't know what his next move is going to be. You allowing him to fuck with a weapon and take shit off his body? He might have hand grenades. He might have all kinds of shit inside there. Nobody even rushed him. Appreciate that share, Tierney. People don't understand we are behind enemy lines in our own country. In our own country. Did you know that today, just one day after young Peyton took out 10, somebody walked up in a church in the same city with a gun looking to take out some mo folks? Did you know that? Because they keeping that one kind of suppressed right now. That one's only really circulating through the black circles because it's some black church. Every black church should have been showing that at evening service tonight. Every single black church in America should have been showing that in service tonight. How many of y'all preachers talked about what happened yesterday, and how many of y'all preachers showed you what happened today? That's what they need to be talking about. You want to cast out some evil spirits, Pastor? Let's talk about casting out these race soldiers. Brother Brian Simpson, did they have a red carpet for young Peyton to get into the squad car? They treated him with the utmost respect, almost like he was a white-collar criminal. Well, I guess he was a white-collar criminal. Shit. I get upset when I know that other people know better, and I know that they know better. Now, they say that that is what you would consider the black part of town. So once they said that, I was like, well, I wonder why they say, you know, he went there. It was a black part of town. But that's not only the black part of town, that's every black town in America. I got something I got to read. I got to read this. I got a couple things that I need to read and recite tonight. But I'm going to read this, okay? I'm going to read this. In Buffalo, New York, because this is some of the craziest numbers. There was a church shooting in California today. Wow. They took him in without any problem too. Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing how they can take suspects that aren't black into custody without any problem. I guess they all comply. Even though I know they don't. I know all white suspects don't comply. Hell, I post white folks all the time being defiant with white police officers, and they still go home. Wow. 2 dead, 3 critically injured in a shooting in North Harris County. Crazy shit. I got to check your live out, Tierney. I will check it out. This is nuts. This is nuts. So that wasn't a black church? So it was a white church? So they just up in there just shooting. Motherfuckers are crazy. They crazy. We're behind enemy lines, y'all. And our allies are us. So if we can't stick together now, we ain't never gonna stick together. That's why I say I walk away from people every day now. I have no problem. I see some of the things that people post. I don't unfriend nobody. I just don't fuck with them no more. I just don't like them. I just don't love them. I just don't do nothing that they post. I don't comment on their shit no more. Mm-mm. Once I see you going that away, I'm going this away. I don't need your ass. You dangerous. You dangerous to my family. And I'm going to protect my family. And I'm obviously going to protect myself, because I don't protect myself, I can't protect my family. I try to protect all the freedmen I can, but some of y'all make it real difficult out here. Some of y'all won't come over to the freedmen side. Some of y'all want to be Negroes. Some of y'all want to be colored, and I can't make sense of y'all who just want to just be African Americans. Because you ain't never going to Africa. And you aren't really living the American dream, so you really are a freedman. Okay? You are a freedman. I can't keep up with you in the chat. I'm looking off it. I'm in the Facebook chat because they kicking all the information about these other church shootings. The shooter was Asian? Oh, hell. He done thrown a monkey wrench all up in this shit. The shooter was Asian? Where the news at on this? Stop all these Asian killers from killing. Where the headline on that tomorrow morning? I need a headline on that. I need MSNBC on that. I need CNN on that. Oh, I can't wait till Fox gets a hold of that. But will your local media pick it up? An Asian person. Wow. Yeah. We've had Asian shooters in our area, but they only like to shoot 6-year-olds who are playing monkey in the middle in their front yard. They bitches of another kind. They bitches of another kind. They shoot 6-year-olds playing monkey in the middle on the front yard. This coward here walked up in a church. Damn. Congregants hogtied mass shooter, and they hogtied him. Nice. Did they whoop him? Did they whoop him? I hope they whooped him. One of the deacons should have took off his belt and beat the dog shit out of his ass right up in the church. If they who hogtied him? That's beautiful. I hope they got some video of that shit. I want to see that. I'd love to see they hogtied a little Asian boy. Yeah. Come here, little egg roll. We got you. We got you. Yeah. Got a lot of nerve going around shooting motherfuckers. I tell you, you motherfuckers I tell you, white folks, yeah, it is on that shit still with white supremacy. And, I know they don't own everything, but they control everything. But Asian motherfuckers, they making hay in America. They making hay in America. And one thing you don't hear people talk about is all the crime that Asians commit in America. Asian gangs are way more dangerous than black gangs. And white gangs are different because they're corporate gangs. But Asian street gangs in America are dangerous. They are fucking dangerous. And we don't hear about them. We don't hear about them getting RICO charges put on them. Nope, nope, nope. Hog-tied his ass. That's beautiful. I love it. I love the fact that they would hog-tie a motherfucker in church. God, I hope they got some video of that shit. That makes me giddy. But with all the things that are happening right now, and I ain't going to stay on here all night. I know a lot of casters like to come up and they like to be on for a couple hours. And I'll stay here and I'll talk. And, I'm engaging with the chat right now. Got the one on the book, got the one in YouTube. I'm engaging. I'm good with it. But there ain't no sense of me staying here all night. Because I came on to talk about the Buffalo shooting, but not really to talk about the Buffalo shooting. I want to talk about some of the intricacies of the Buffalo shooting. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the weird-ass numbers that I saw. Buffalo is 42% white, but it's 37% black. Only 5% less people are black than white. Now, let me show this. You've got 39% that are non-Hispanic, which I believe is bullshit, because they said that the side of town that this is on, it's primarily Puerto Rican and blacks. And this happened through time. Settling migrants came to this part of Buffalo. Did I say Baltimore before? If I did, I'm sorry. I feel like I say Baltimore, but I know I meant Buffalo. Came to Buffalo in mass, seeking out industrial jobs. Now, this was in the 1940s and the 1950s. Puerto Ricans, okay, came to East Buffalo looking for industrial jobs, okay? In the 21st century, I'm reading backwards because I'm going to go back to the top. In the 21st century, Buffalo is now classified as a majority-minority city with plurality of residents who are black and Latino. So mostly Latino folks live in Buffalo, and mostly Latino folks live in East Buffalo. But once again, I must say, they said it was 10 shot, 10 killed, 2 injured. I didn't hear about no Latinos getting injured. Was them other two? Was them other two? Did they have some Latino background? Because I know Latinos, they say they white. They usually say they white. They don't usually say they Latino on paper. They only chuck that shit up in the neighborhoods. But when they need to fill out them documents at DHS and Human Services and all that shit, they white, okay? So I want to know who them 2 non-black people were. What were they classified? Okay? But this here says all this on this side of town really is black and Latino. I still want to know why he chose this specific one. Why this specific grocery store, this specific neighborhood. I want to know. I'll probably never know, but I want to know. Stand up and fight back. Peace. OG Classic Jones, peace. They claim white on the census. You absolutely right, Coco. You absolutely right. So let me just say this here. Am I here? Yeah. Trying to get to this thing. Okay. Why is that not? There we go. So in the 20th century, wartime manufacturing jobs attracted Black Americans from the South during the first and second Great Migrations. This is hilarious to me because we went to go work in these places and we were brutalized by trying to go work. In the World War II and post-war years, 1940 to 1970, the city's Black population rose 433%. They replaced most of the Polish community, white people, on the east side who were moving out to suburbs. However, the effects of redlining, steering, social inequality, blockbusting, and white flight and other racial policies resulted in the city becoming one of the most segregated in the U.S. So blacks moved in, everybody else moved out, the jobs left, and we were just stuck there. Does that sound like any other black city in the country? Or does that sound like every black city in the country? So I didn't hear nothing about the people getting shot at an NBA game. Good Lord. Good Lord. Race soldiers were just out in force this weekend. They were out in force. Asians, whites. Come on, man. So he'd been planning something like this for a year. It was just a matter of time. He had been investigated in the past. Seems as though they failed their community. So my problem is this, and I'm not sure, Vicky, honey, who you're speaking of, if you're speaking of the Asian race soldier or the race soldier in Buffalo, but he had threatened to shoot up a school. So I'm not sure how he was even able to leave Conklin. He should have been on some type of probation, right? He should have had some type of tether on, right? He came from a small white town in upstate New York. He's threatened to shoot up a school. Why didn't he have a tether on? He's only 18. How long ago could this have been? He's only 18. Even though it looked like he had a stroke of gray hair on his head. I don't know if anybody saw that close-up picture. He looked like he had a stroke of gray hair in his head. Old-looking ass boy. That's going to look good when he go to jail. They're going to tear his monkey ass up. They're going to tear him up. Put him in Gen Pop. Get him nice and cleaned up. Let him go through quarantine. And then let them motherfuckers get in there and play with his booty hole. Mm-hmm. Every black inmate that's looking for that kind of fashion is, I don't even want to talk about it. But it'll make me smile if I hear that he has a hard time in there. Not figuratively, literally. The parents in on it. The parents are in on it. Come on now. Just like the parents at the Oxford shooting. They told that motherfucker not to get caught. They need to serve every day he serves. They told him not to get caught. Like, look, you little motherfucker, you can't have us coming up here to the principal's office. You about to blow our cover. And 2 hours later, he checked out everybody in the school. They deserve every day. I don't even know why we're going through a formality. They should all be on trial together. They should all be, I don't know why the parents and him, they should all let them be in a cell together. Let them live their life right now together. Because when they all separate them, she's going to have to go to a woman's facility and they're going to go to a men's facility. Just let them all stay together. Let them get their story right. It don't matter. They bought him the gun, knew he had the gun, checked the house, knew the gun wasn't in the house, didn't say shit, but don't get caught. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we know they're going to put him in protective custody, Shannon. We know. That's just wishful thinking on my part, you know? That's just wishful thinking on my part. I want him to get in there and I want him to meet somebody named Jamal. And have Jamal have had somebody do something like that to one of his family members, and Jamal introduce him to his friends, and then they all play cards together. Yeah. And he gonna be the dealer. Make him deal every time. Appreciate everybody here on YouTube, Facebook. Trap's been popping the whole time. Appreciate you. To know that we can't even trust our daughters to go off to college. I mean, it worries me because, you know, just to cut into me a little bit, today I was able to take Natty out and work with her on her driving, and I feel like I've dropped the ball on a lot of shit dealing with her. I've tried to step back. This whole pandemic shit, you know, it made everything so goddamn sensitive, and I'm not a sensitive person. I realize that shit. So I really tried to just more or less stand down, you know, and really kind of let things take their course. But today we were able to go out and work together on driving. We were parallel parking. She's not real confident at it, and I am very confident at it, and I'm confident at teaching how to do it, and you know, in full transparency, I never was able to really do it for my own biological daughters because at that particular time we were all taken apart from one another, and keep it positive, keep it on course. I was able to take her out today, and I was expecting a lot of nervousness. I was expecting a lot of ambivalence. And what I got was that confidence that I was looking for from her, that I've seen in her eyes before. She don't even know that I'm looking for that look that she has when she's confident in doing something, when she feels good at doing something. And I was so caught up in the angles and making sure she was, you know, in between the cones and whatnot. I didn't really want to play into it, that I saw that look in her face. And when she succeeded at being able to put the car in the space by herself without any instruction of mine, I knew it was just time to go today. And we start over and we practice it again, you know, and talking to her just a little bit about the angles and what she's aiming for and this, that, and the other. And to hear her reception after she had did it versus before she had did it, that made my day. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Big Joe Jackson. Hopefully I'm not like Joe Jackson. Hopefully I'm not like Joe Jackson. But being a father, being a grandfather, it means something. And one of the things that when I saw that situation with those Delaware State University lacrosse players, I always put myself in the mix. So I imagine that could have been one of my daughters, one of my grandchildren on that bus who were violated by those race soldiers with badges and guns. And I don't know what I do if I get that phone call. Grandpa, this is what happened. Or Daddy, you're never gonna be like, what, whoa. I don't even know where I'd be to know that type of shit happened. And, you know, and to have it all on camera. I mean, you know, I'm not making any of this up. I'm not fabricating, embellishing anything. They've got it on camera with them going through their luggage, going through their undergarments. Now, they said they were looking for drugs, and they had drug sniffing dogs. Now, if the dogs don't find anything that to sniff for, there shouldn't be a reason to open anybody's luggage, anybody's duffel bag, anybody's purse. But they had their luggage all the way open. But you had drug sniffing dogs. Drug sniffing dogs can sniff through a fucking cinder block wall. That's what they're there for. They're trained for it. They'll start digging. They'll start trying to bypass that wall or start trying to climb the wall because they want to get to the other side. They had made the threats that if they had drugs and they didn't say anything, it was going to be a problem. They made all types of threats, and then they violated them. And then they violated them. So what I've always wanted to do is prepare my kids for that next step. I don't ever want them to be ignorant to when police pull them over or police accost them in any way. This is what you need to do. I don't want to see none of that goofy shit. I don't want to hear none of that goofy shit. This is what you need to do. And they got all kind of apps now. Hell, there's even one on my phone. You know what? I think I might have to get the motherfucker on this phone. But they got the shit set up to where if you get like pulled over, you can say, hey, I just got pulled over. Bam, bam, bam. And your phone lights up and it starts recording and shit. All the kids should have that. All the black kids, every black kid should have that. We've been working on a product to where kids can have their IDs and insurance and all that stuff. I'm just going to put it out there. It's in its developmental stages where it's a hands-free. See, we are in a hands-free, a contactless generation now. So you don't even need to touch your shit. Just let them touch their shit. Or you can set it up to the point where they can see it right through the window. I fear for my life, therefore, no need. Here, I'm going to show you, and we're going to flip it over. You want to see its authenticity? Bam, here you go. Scan it. I fear for my life, and I'm being recorded right now. This is all live on social media and at my home with my parents. Cops going to start backing the fuck up. But you got to make them back the fuck up. You got to be strategic. We got to be smart. We can't be all on that goofy shit, yelling and screaming, and that's how they get us. They weren't complying. I had to shoot them. Nope. Let's align our shit. Let's align our shit, walk it down. I know it's crass, but it's an old riddle. You can run down the hill and fuck one of them cows, or you can walk down the hill and fuck them all. We need to get the walking, black folks. No more running. No more running. No more marching. No more dancing. No more cha-cha sliding. And speaking of that, I want to read something else. I'm insulted. I'm insulted because I don't believe people understand the sincerity of where we are in this country right now. I don't think people understand, but we want to get back on pace. That's what we want to do. We want to get back on pace. Now, those of you who are already on code, no problem. No problem. But some of y'all out here, y'all, what they say, doing the most? Yeah, y'all doing the most. Y'all doing the most. Well, you know what? I do the most too. And the most I'm going to do is educate y'all asses. I'm going to educate y'all. Yeah, put your phone away. Yeah, they don't want shit recorded. They don't want you documenting your brutality. They always put your phone down. Put that phone down. Why? I got bass and treble on this. Let's get some levels, copper. No, just get them a cradle, put that shit up on the windshield, and point it towards the window. We are being recorded, sir. Get ready for your cameo. So we're in the middle of May, which means that we're only a few days from June, which means right now we're about 34 days from Juneteenth. And I'm just going to say something here because I'm closing in on an hour. And I want to really wrap this up in 60 minutes. I want to be 60 minutes or less on a lot of these because we're going to have our hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you know. We don't need that tonight. We don't need that tonight. We're going to talk more on this Buffalo thing. We're going to talk about all these other race soldier shootings or trying to shoot. The ones that get hogtied and don't get hogtied. The ones who get taken out in handcuffs and taken right to a Burger King on their way to the precinct, a la Dylan Roof. Because you know they feeding these motherfuckers good tonight. Peyton ate good last night. I bet you Peyton ate good. Peyton didn't eat jail food last night. I guarantee it. He was arraigned last night. Peyton didn't eat jail food. They went and got Peyton some food last night. But yeah, we rolling up on Juneteenth. And I can see the coondom coming out. I done seen a few flyers, posters, pages, posts about Juneteenth this year. And I want y'all to understand one thing. I talk a lot of shit about the government. That's why I'm shadow banned. That's why I get banned. That's why I get blocked. I say the shit y'all can't say. I get it. I get it. I say the shit y'all can't say. I say the shit y'all won't say. I get it. But what I also say is I say true shit. And I know at some point in all of our lives, we fucked with the RBG, the red, black, and green. The red, black, and green. We've all fucked with it. If we've been black, everybody did. And I can't say anything was wrong with that. Because I think at that point, we still all knew we were Americans. But now what we have to understand is the red, black, and green is what the red, black, and green is. but it is not the American flag, which we are. We have our own flag as freedmen, but it also flows within the American flag because we are Americans. But some of y'all have got it twisted, and you're starting to be misguided on what Juneteenth is. And it's an unfortunate situation because when they politicized it, I already knew what was going to happen after that. Now we're going to see all the Juneteenth haberdashery at Walmart and Target, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. Hell, there'll probably be some Juneteenth shit at Kroger's this year. It's a national holiday. One more holiday that your ass got to work and white folks get to take off. Yeah. Am I still moving over there on YouTube? I ain't had nobody say nothing in the last several minutes. Not that I'm all egotistical and shit, but people be saying shit. And then they stop. So I'll be thinking the feed maybe stop. If I'm still moving, I'm still moving. Look, says I'm still moving, so I just want to make sure. Or y'all could be doing other shit. I don't expect to have people's undivided attention when I be on my cast. Trust me. I know y'all be doing all kind of shit, washing dishes and, feeding animals and shit like that. But anyway, if I may, Sister Shanna, if you're still in here, if I may read your caption, because I believe in giving credit where credit is due. And Sister Shannon was very concise. She could have went on with this. But she was very concise, very direct, very freedwoman-like in her caption. And then I want to read about what she was speaking on. The misrepresentation of Juneteenth is already starting. It is not a diaspora holiday nor event. It is not of RBG colors nor ideology. It's red, black, and green. Please do not be disrespectful with creating this confusion. It's 100% Black American, period. There ain't no shame in that reality. You celebrate it, do it as it's warranted. Don't preach my ancestors built this country and at the same time not honor them properly. They were Americans. They were Americans. If you truly studied your history, you would know this. This has nothing to do with love for this country or government. This has everything to do with the love for them. Them are our ancestors. Show them the proper respect. And some of you may just not understand where that caption came from, and it obviously came out of left field from me. But understand what people are doing is people are partying. They're throwing events that are not solely in honor of our ancestors who were freed on June 19th. They're doing things that are very counterproductive to our ancestral history. Some of y'all are just doing shit for the bag. Some of you doing it for your social media presence. Some of you doing it for your societal presence. Anybody that calls himself an activist and you put together a Juneteenth event with non-Black Americans, I need your activist card. I need it tonight. The fuck are you doing? Putting together a Juneteenth event with white folks. Now, they can be allies, but goddamn it, I don't need you to be an organizer as we celebrate our ancestral history of our people being freed. Your people held us captive. Stand back and stand by. We'll call you if we need you. We'll call you if we need you. You'd like to see what I just read? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do this. Can I put this in? Yeah, you know what? I can do that. I'm going to put it in the chat. This is just what I just read. Is that Vicky? Here you go, lady. I appreciate the activity in the chat tonight. You know, as a content creator, and I am a content creator, I am not just a content caster. As a content creator, we flow based off of the activity in our chat rooms, and we have active chat rooms. We tend to go a little bit longer. You know, it gives us a little bit more confidence that people are into it and we want to talk a little bit more. Now, I ain't gonna start talking some goofy shit just because y'all listening. I ain't gonna start rapping and beatboxing and shit, but I'm gonna stay on code with it. I'm gonna put it out there the way it needs to be put out there. But I do that more if I know everybody is engaged. And I put that into the chat. So hopefully you can see that on YouTube. Okay, I saw the heart. I appreciate you. What platform are you broadcasting from? I am on StreamYard, OG Classic Jones, sending it out to YouTube, Twitter, and my personal profile. I wanted to try to send it to the Freedmen Media profile on Facebook, but it wouldn't allow it. I'm going to get to that point because I want to start taking my cast off of my personal profile, which I know a lot of you are seeing now. I want to send out people who are active tonight. You're going to get an invite. It is me. It is me. I'm going to send you an invite from Freedmen Media. I know a lot of people be sending out shit now, and it ain't them. This gonna be me. So please accept the invite to like and follow Freedmen Media, the page, and then you'll be able to start seeing the lives. Because I'm gonna jump all these lives off of my personal profile. I really just need that to be for the family, you know, the grandkids and kids and everything. You know, just have that for them, you know. A wonderful person told me, get that shit off your personal page. You don't need them crazy motherfuckers looking at your family. And I'm listening. So I got that taken care of there. But before I do that, since we are engaged enough here, let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, baby, there we go. I'm going to get that. I want y'all to see something because I got it from the same source. Give me one quick second. But yeah, we are going to stay on code is what we're going to do. And if anybody really wants to talk more about freedmen over African American, over Negro, over colored, I have no problem in it. I love talking about being a freedman. Because you ain't never going to hear me talk about being African American no more. Ever again. I chose it as a destination. It wouldn't let me do 4. For some reason, it'll let me do 3. I think I got to go up to another version of StreamYard because it says I can do up to so-and-so, but I only got the regular version and shit. When I started this, my chips were what they were, so I did what I did. So I'm paying. I don't think I'm paying enough. They're like, you ain't gonna just send this shit all willy-nilly. So I think I got to pay a little bit more. I'll check into it. I'm doing the best I can here. I'm a gerbil on a wheel. So I want to show y'all something. One quick second. Da-dee-da. Oh, you know what? To do a slide, I forgot. Okay, so I can maybe do it this way. Yeah, I can do it this way. We're just going to share the screen. And there we go. We're going to share the screen. So I'm about to get in here. Is that sharing? Make sure that's on. Is that on? There you go. I'm going to come down. I'm up. All right. So we're going to share that. Can we get a little zoom in here? There we go. Maybe one more time for the people who can't see. Yeah, we still got everything in there, though. Yep, we still got everything in there. Oh, damn. There we go. Y'all was just back in my inbox. So, you can see this shit. And you can see what it means. Okay? Just like I can. And y'all got to understand, I got a struggle stream. I know I got a struggle stream. I ain't all, high tech like a lot of y'all content casters that y'all watch. Because a lot of y'all don't watch content creators. Y'all watch content casters. They just repeating the shit that's already been said. I really be putting my shit all together off the dome. I don't have no scripts, no nothing. That's why y'all need to be over here. Freedmen Media is where it's kind of at, If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. Fuck it. But anyways, the flag of Juneteenth, the star, it represents Texas, the Lone Star State, but the star also goes beyond Texas, representing the freedom of African Americans in all 50 states. The colors, the red, the white, and the blue represent the American flag because we are Americans. The date that everybody's going to celebrate. Let me see. If I'm not mistaken, damn it. If I'm not mistaken, Juneteenth falls on a weekend. And that means that you motherfuckers are going to party hard. Oh, shit, it's a Sunday. So they going to let them nigga preachers get into this too. Boy, y'all preachers going to fry fish on Juneteenth. They going to fry fish all day long. Brothers and sisters, stand with me for Juneteenth and put $50 in the collection plate. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. They ain't going to ask for $19, motherfucker. They're going to ask for way more than $19. 19 times 3, probably. June 19th, 1865 represents the day that enslaved Black people in Galveston. The arc, it represents the new horizon, the opportunities, and the promise that lay ahead for Black Americans. All broken. The opportunities stolen. New horizon, yeah, they burned us with that. And the promises been broken over and over and over and over again. That's what's laid ahead for Black Americans. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It represents a new beginning for African Americans. See, they started this shit. How come they just didn't say freedmen? Because that's what we were. We are now free. We're freedmen. It's after 1776. We're Americans. We're American freedmen. Not African Americans. We are no longer that. We are no longer that. Wait a minute. Father's Day is on Juneteenth? See these raggedy motherfuckers? Are you serious? Father's Day ain't the week before. I thought Father's Day was on the 12th. So we getting gypped out fucking Father's Day too? Ain't this a bitch? What? Wow. See? And what they gonna do? They gonna get Friday off or they gonna get Monday off? It's gonna be a long weekend for the white folks. I already know. What day do they get off? What day are they observing? Because Juneteenth is on a Sunday. They got to get a day off. It's either going to be Friday or it's going to be Monday. What paid day do they get off? I know most of y'all black folks got to go to work. I get it. But if you got some PTO time, take that shit off. Take it off. That's the day your ancestors were freed. That's the day you should be free. Just don't seem right. You being up in there having to work the day that your people was freed. But you're not enslaved because they are paying you not enough. Ain't no black person in America getting paid enough because we ain't got reparations. But that's a whole nother hole to go down. We'll go down that next video. I'm at 72 minutes, so I'm a little bit over what I thought I'd be. It's OG Classic Jones's fault. He was asking me about the directions of my post and made me take longer. It's all his fault. I'd have been out of here in 60, but no, he had to keep stopping me. But I want y'all to understand the sincerity of Juneteenth. Juneteenth is not just another fucking party day. Y'all can do that on the 4th of July. Y'all know y'all gonna celebrate 4th of July too, right? Y'all gonna celebrate 4th of July when y'all wasn't free. Y'all gonna celebrate the day that we got freed, then you gonna go celebrate the day when we wasn't free. Now, I know you got kids, and I know y'all gonna have a barbecue. I get it. But instead of putting up the American flag, put up the Freedmen flag. Instead of celebrating 1776, know that your ancestors were enslaved. And eat that barbecue with a little scowl on your face. Hey. I know what y'all gonna do, though. I'm gonna get some fireworks for my grandkids. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna get fireworks for them. I get it. And if somebody starts talking greasy to them, I'm going to show them how to light them firecrackers and throw them at their ass. My grandkids ain't going to take no shit. Okay? And I think the most fiery one is going to be the youngest one. The one who's 2. Well, she ain't even the youngest no more. Ooh, she ain't the baby no more. Ooh. So when somebody tells Kylu she ain't the baby no more, that Bryson Wayne is the baby, Kylu going to be mad. She going to be hot. She's not the baby anymore. I'm like, who is that in the picture? The baby. When she finds out she's not the baby, she's not going to be happy. I'm not going to tell her. Because Kylu was a gangster. But yeah, we're going to talk more. We're going to talk more on all of this. But we got to protect ourselves. As I said, I can't just pray for East Buffalo. Hell, I got to pray for East Ypsi. I got to pray for East Inkster. I got to pray for the east side of Detroit. Because that's where they come in to do the shootings. He didn't want to take by chance somewhere else and maybe catch 1 or 2 black folks. He said, let me go where all the black folks is at and let me see what I can do. He didn't just go see if he could pick out some targets. No, he said, I'm going to go to the most densely populated black territory in the state. In the state. drove 2 hours. He drove 2 hours. I don't understand it, y'all. I really don't understand it. I don't know what we're up against, truthfully, because I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime. But because we are watching it in plain sight, there ain't no reason for us to be naive. We needn't be naive to what's going on here. We have no protections in this country federally, legally, when everybody else does. No, that was tonight. Damn, I missed the lunar eclipse. Emmanuel, you should have jumped on here earlier. I'd have went outside and seen it. When did it happen? I'd have left y'all asses and went outside and seen that shit. I just found out that motherfucking Father's Day is on Juneteenth, Emmanuel. I'm hot about that shit. I'm not cooking a motherfucking thing on Father's Day. Believe that shit. Believe that. Hell, I ain't even eating meat and shit. What the fuck am I gonna strike the grill up for? So they can eat meat in front of me on Father's Day? On Freedmen Day? Damn. Had me over there barbecuing, singing Negro spirituals and shit. No, I'm not doing it. I better get that air fryer going. I'm not doing shit Father's Day. Nothing. So, Dwayne Caldwell, hold on, y'all. You need to, hold on, I think I can do a voice text on this one. You need to call my man at the pizza spot, period. You put your name out there, and now you got me asking about you. Period. Don't dirty my name up out here. Boy, you get a referral from me and you don't follow through on it, that's your ass. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is where I'm at for the rest of my life, y'all. This is where I'm at for the rest of my life. If you fuck with me, you better fuck with me, okay? You better fuck with me, because if you fuck with me and you fuck my name up out here, your name is fucking mud, okay? Let me explain that to you. Your name is mud. I decided to come up. I'm about to get up out of here. Just let y'all know I ain't lost all the weight yet. You know, I ain't ate no meat. What am I at right now? Hold on a second. 44 days. I had to do it by the calendar and shit. 44 days, no pork. 37 days, no beef. 23 days, no bird. I did have some scrimps this week. I did. In celebration of Bob's swimps. That's the way Bob used to say shrimp. He used to say swimps. So I did have some swimps this weekend with my rice, my Thai rice. I get it. I got it. It's all right. I backslid. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner for shrimp. God damn it. I'd rather be a sinner for shrimp than a sinner with a shrimp. I can't speak for none of you motherfuckers. It is what it is. You play with the uniform God gave you, sir. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I just feel like being, saucy for a real quick minute. How y'all like the matching sweat towel with the Freedmen Media shirt? You know, I got the gray sweat towel with the gray t-shirt. Totally was by mistake. I had my gray sweat towel for Caleb's game yesterday. I wore the gray shirt today. It happened by mistake. Yeah, I don't have a stylist. I haven't gone big time yet. You know what? These 14 viewers and shit ain't gonna blow my head up. All right. How about Alaskan king crab? I don't eat Alaskan king crab. I've never had it before, Emmanuel. No meat or no pork. Nope. Nothing. I'm serious, bro. I've been doing it. It's happening right now. The fucking eclipse is happening right now, y'all. We need to be watching the eclipse. We need to be watching the eclipse. Y'all be watching me. Is there a Freedmen cap? Not yet. Working on that. I still got a fucking box of these. I sold a few, but then, you know, I don't really like selling my own shit like that. You know, I just really got them because I was just like, it was a cool hashtag for me. And I was like, I'm gonna make some hats out of it. I don't wear no other hats, so I'll make my own shit. But I'm gonna make a Freedman, but it's got to be embroidered. I can't get like the shit that's on the shirt on the hat. That's whack. I don't do that shit. This is kind of like an iron-on or whatever this shit is. I'm not getting that on a hat. That looks whack. This shit's got to be embroidered. It's got to be, you know, you can like Braille, you know, like Stevie Wonder could be like, hey, straight game. And happy belated birthday to Stevie Wonder. I wished him happy birthday on his birthday. Not that Stevie Wonder saw it. Oh, Stevie Wonder don't see shit, but you know what I mean. You know, he didn't. Yeah, got it. Anyways, I got to get up out of here because I'm starting to get silly. Appreciate y'all. Why you missing out? Man, don't tell me what I've been missing out on. I've thought about Alaskan king crab because I've been around some motherfuckers who ate that kind of shit in my life, but I just like I've never had I don't eat lobster. I don't eat lobster. And you know what? I can't eat no crab legs. The way I done seen black people abuse crab legs, I can't eat it. And it's too much motherfucking fighting for that little piece of meat, whatever that shit is, that little piece of, you know, meat-like substance. I mean, they be breaking shit and tearing shit, and they get that little twig-ass piece. See, that would frustrate the fuck out of me. If I'm going to do all that snap, crackling, popping, I need to be pulling about 3-4 ounces of shit up out of there. And no, y'all be pulling that little twig and be happy as fuck. Then dipping it in butter. Yeah, I guess you got to dip it in butter. It ain't shit. The fuck? I can't even see the moon. See, can't nobody see shit, Emmanuel. Maybe y'all can see it in Texas. We can't see it up here, man. We can't see it up here. I can't see shit anyway. Now that I done found out Juneteenth is on motherfucking Father's Day, man, we got to talk. Who do I talk to? I got to call the federal office tomorrow. I got to find out about this shit. But if I see any more red, black, and green Freedmen, Juneteenth celebrations, I'm just going to call y'all out. I'm just going to get on y'all posts and just call you out. Juneteenth is not red, black, and green. Juneteenth is red, white, and blue. Get it straight, motherfuckers. That probably just got me taken off of Ann Arbor politics. Well, I have cussed already before, right? Yeah, so they probably already kicked me off. It's Clearview in Houston, Texas. All right, I'll be right there. Yeah, man. Any more red, black, and green Juneteenth flyers? You better hope I don't see them, motherfucker. And y'all don't be greasy and be sending me that shit. Because y'all be instigating this shit and be sending me that shit. And you know I'll respond. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. What y'all smoking on tonight? Y'all be good. Facebook. Y'all kind of fucked up my night, Facebook. I mean, I really can't complain about the chat activity, but you really brought me some bad information tonight. I mean, it's probably truthful, so it's good information, factual information, but just so hurtful. Father's Day and Juneteenth, same day? So I got to spend Father's Day with a whole bunch of Fashion Nova leggings doing the cha-cha slide at the Juneteenth festivals. Got it. Okay. You say so. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. Y'all be good. One love.